These all can be our idols. So, have you truly turned away from these idols and served the living and true God? That is another question. For you, maybe you are from a Buddhist background or from a Hindu background. You have turned away from idols like Buddha, Guan Yin, or Hindu gods. But for others who, before that, we do not have any religion. Materialism is our religion. Money is our religion. Our good grades, our spouse. So have we truly turned away from these idols and served the living and true God? If not, then we should examine ourselves this very day. The lesser we have, the more we rely on God. That's a very true fact. The richer you are, the more you do not eat God. That's what we discussed in the adults Bible class. The lesser we have, the more we rely on God. So, on the same paper, list down the obstacles that hinder you from getting close to God and having God be real in your life. List down those obstacles. Is it materialism? Is it money? Or property? What are those things that keep you away from God? I just want to share this while you're writing down the obstacles. That when you become a Christian, we have new desires and new goals in life. In Galatians 2 verse 20, I am crucified with Christ, nevertheless I live, yet not I, but Christ liveth in me. In the life which now I live in the flesh, I live by faith of the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. Romans chapter 12 verse 2, do not conform any longer to the pattern of the world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will. What I realized during my studies in Adelaide, there's this saying, there's one picture that says this. Christianity is not just resist temptation. Christianity is not just resist temptation. Many of us think that Christianity is do not do this, do that. All the do's and don'ts in Christianity. It makes people feel Christianity is like a sort of restriction and we have no life. But Christianity is for new desires and new goals. We no longer conform to the world. Our desires are not of the world. Our happiness does not come from the world. We have new desires, like to worship God, to study His Word, to love one another. All these are goals that as a Christian we should have. Right. Fortunately, I have my notes. Right, in Romans chapter 12, verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your body as a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable to God, which is your reasonable service. When we become a Christian is not just about resist temptation, but have new desires, new goals, a transformation of the heart for godly things, to worship, to evangelize, to pray. And next we have the fruit of the Spirit, Galatians chapter 5, verse 22. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such there is no law. So you can see now that we are very different from the world, and we have new desires, we have new goals. We want to bear fruit, the fruit of the Spirit. And at this point, I want you to be honest to yourself. Whatever you have written down in the paper, or when you are thinking about your relationship with God, is God real in your life, and all these type of questions. Please say, with God there is no secrets. In Luke chapter 8, verse 17, for nothing is secret that will not be revealed, nor anything hidden that will not be known and come to light. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 10, for we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ, that each one may receive the things done in the body according to what he has done, whether good or bad. So there are no secrets with God. Even though you are hiding in your own room, close the door. Guess who is looking at you? God is looking. When you want to cover up yourself with your blanket, guess who is looking? So there are no secrets with God. So at this time, really consider your heart. Think about those questions. Is God really real to you? Because God knows how your heart is. He knows that if your heart is for Him, He will know it, because there are no secrets. Nothing is hidden from Him. So, right, let's move on to the next point. The next point is the love in the church. I'm glad that in the Bible study we have brought up a lot of points about love in the church. That we should love one another, and how should we go and invite others to come to Bible study or worship service? Not because of our flowery words, not because of the attraction that we have, but it's because of our love. So, love is very, very important. Love is very, very important. The agape love, the genuine love. What I can see, the difference of the churches in Malaysia and the churches in Australia is that we have a different set of culture. In Asia countries, most of us are very conservative. We don't show our love to others easily. But in Australia, you know what they do? They come and hug you and kiss you. That is kind of expression for them. First, I was very not used to it. But after that, love is very good. And it really shows the members how appreciative they are to you. They don't care whether you are yellow skin or black skin or whatever skin color you have. They just come and hug you and kiss you. That is the genuine agape love that they have. And sad to say, most of them are old people. Oh, they are old people. Where are all the young people? But all the old people in Australia are so active, and they are not like us in Asia. The old people, you sit at home and watch Extro. But in there, people 80 years old still go out to shop, still go out to for grocery shoppings and so on and so forth. They are very active. They even do the church bulletin. Can you imagine a 70-year-old auntie doing a church bulletin for you all? You should be ashamed. Our young people are too busy in our studies. But 70-year-old auntie come and do church bulletin, ask your address, what other prayer requests you want. They are so active, and we should learn from them. We may not be able to hug and kiss each other in Malaysia, but we have our ways to show love for each other.